How quickly can you prepare the Royal Guard Regiment to move out?
As quickly as His Majesty wishes.
Tomorrow morning?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Be ready by sunup.
Yes, sir, Your Majesty. Long live the King.
Scribe!
Long live the King.
I can trust you more than any of my other servants.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
How do you think Peter escaped prison?
The guards betrayed His Majesty, probably for great sums of money.
You don't believe that. Neither do I. No human power rescued Peter. Divine power loosed Peter, bringing me great distress and disgrace before the many people who were assembled. I will not be embarrassed or disgraced. I set myself in bold defiance of the God of Peter.
If His Majesty leaves Jerusalem so quickly, people will understand that you are running away from the disgrace of defeat.
Perhaps I had better wait a little before I leave.
About a week, I'd say, Your Majesty.
That long?
I think it best, Your Majesty.
All right. Tell the captain of my change of plans, and send word to Annas that I am leaving for my capital at Caesarea. Before I go, I should like to see him.
Yes, Your Majesty. Long live the King.
Thank you for coming here, Your Majesty. You realize that I would have been defiled had I gone into a Gentile's palace.
You can tell your people that, Annas, but don't tell me. I do not believe it, and neither do you.
Oh, it is a part of our law, Your Majesty.
Whose law? Jehovah's? No, your own, brought about by the evolution of tradition. It brings you more prestige, more authority, you think. It is silly, I think. And whenever it pleases you and you get excited and in a hurry, you go to the homes of Gentiles. You were in the palace several times.
His Majesty is very outspoken today.
It was my intention to be. I try to do as you Israelite priests and rulers would have me do, but every time I do it, it ends with me in trouble.
Trouble, Your Majesty?
Oh, don't feign innocence with me. You and your fellow temple inmates, and I use the word inmate purposely, you wanted to get rid of James. So what did I do? I gave the command, the cruel command to slay him. And my attempt to have Peter slain was at your desire and request. You and I both know that the guards at the prison were not disloyal to me. Yet I heaped an unreasonable vengeance upon them. They were killed. For what? Nothing. Except you have a mad desire to be rid of these Christians. Well, I'm leaving Jerusalem, and I hope I never again see you or any of your fellow scheming, ambitious, lying hypocrites.
You feel deeply about this, Your Majesty.
You should too, if you have any feelings.
Oh, perhaps I do, but just won't admit it.
Ah, there's the point, the crux of the entire thing. You know that Jesus of Nazareth was the Messiah. You know that he was resurrected and went back to heaven. You know these things as well as anyone. You just will not admit it. Why? Because you want power and glory. You want people to look up to you. Because Jesus did not fit into your conception of what he would be like. Because he did not set up an earthly kingdom and make you priests and rulers the chiefs of his government.
It appears as if you've changed sides against us.
You're mistaken, as usual. I have set myself against God, and it is too late to change. And so is it for you.
Welcome to Caesarea, Your Majesty.
I'm glad to be here, Governor.
I should think you would be, after what just happened in Jerusalem.
Are the people here, Governor, laughing because I let Peter escape?
No, I hardly think so. They accept your explanation of disloyalty, especially since you had all the guards slain for it. How did he escape, Your Majesty?
Disloyalty of the guards.
I don't suppose you will ever tell me the real story, Your Majesty.
The real story?
All right, we'll let it go at that.
Governor, I'd like to do something that will cause the people to forget what happened in Jerusalem. Something to excite their admiration and gain their applause.
Give a festival. They love festivals, if it's a good one.
Oh, just the thing. I have a chief of state who is superb at planning and executing festivals. Thank you, Governor, thank you. A festival we shall have.
I think I know exactly what His Majesty wants. First, there should be plenty of wine and food, enough for all. There will be all sorts of pleasure for the pleasure seekers.
Plenty of entertainment.
Then, Your Majesty, at just the right moment, when the crowd is reveling with much drinking and feasting, the king shall make his entrance. You, O king, will enter with great pomp and ceremony. The rays of the sun shall catch the silver and gold and precious stones of your robe and dazzle the eyes of the beholders. You will present a royal, gorgeous figure. The majesty of your appearance, your eloquent oration, and the force of your well-chosen words will sway the multitude.
Oh, sounds perfect. I can hardly wait.
This is the best party I've ever been at. More wine! Wine!
Yes, sir.
Marcus Julius Agrippa Herodes, king of Iturea, Trachonitis, Batanea, Lysantis, Galilee, Perea, Judah and Samaria enters. Bend the knee.
Arise, my good people. My people, my good people, my good, prosperous, and obedient people, I am your king. A cellar full of wine, a full stomach, and time to enjoy them is my aim for you as your king.
You're the best king any nation ever had. Long live the king! Long live the king! Your appearance, O king, is most regal. Your charming deportment and oratory, your dazzling decorations and robes. Certainly you are the king of kings.
I don't agree with my friend, whoever said that. No mortal being could possibly present such a glorious and exalted appearance or command such perfect and startling eloquence. We have always respected thee, O king, as a ruler. Henceforth I shall worship you as a god!
I too shall worship thee, O Herod, my lord and God!
I accept your love and adoration. I am a god of love and justice.
This is truly the voice of God, not of man.
I shall be...
Your Majesty, what's the matter?
Pain, stomach.
Oh, your face is as white as a sheet, and great drops of sweat.
He whom you have exalted as a god is stricken with death. I wish I could live over again. Not kill James or persecute followers of Jesus. I die. Die.